To love or to have loved, that is enough. Ask nothing further. There is no other pearl to be found in the dark folds of life. Do you ever feel like you're missing out? Like there's some key to unlock the full version of life that you just don't have? The world has taught us to believe since childhood that romance is the epitome of the human experience. When I was a kid, I had it all planned out. I was gonna grow up, I was gonna go to college, I was gonna find a boyfriend there, and then by the time I was 25, I was gonna be married and hopefully with kids by 26. At least that's how I thought it should go. But now, I'm 25 years old and I have never dated anyone. I've never held anyone's hand, never gone through the cycle far enough to really call it romance. I think I've settled at a zero sum or maybe even like a negative sum. But despite this, in my earlier goalpost, I don't feel like I am being left behind. Throughout the years, I've developed a different opinion on romance. Call it what you want, but I think that we've all been lied to. The realization came from observation. I've always been someone who learns by watching, so naturally when I saw other people experiencing romance, that caused me to reflect on myself. And I felt like something was wrong with me, so I watched and I wrote and I reflected, and then I finally found an answer to my question. Why am I not in love when it feels like I should be because everybody else is? Romance. It's everywhere, and it's not just a normal part of life, it is life itself. It's amazing, it's unfiltered, it's genuine, it's everything you could ever wish for. And there's no denying that being in love is a quintessential human experience. But if you're not in love, why not? And more importantly, are you missing something? You should go out more, you should try a dating app. You're too picky, you're not even trying. I'm sure you hear these things all the time if you're anything like me. Generally, people are a little confused when you mention the fact that you've never dated anybody, and usually it's followed by the insinuation that there's something wrong with you. Maybe you feel ugly, maybe you struggle to connect with people, maybe you're self-centered. Whatever it is, the problem is usually with you. I watched as my friends develop relationships throughout my life. I've sat on phone calls as they've chatted about their boyfriends, their gifts, their flowers, and all the connections they've developed. And naturally, you also start to question yourself. There is nothing particularly different about me, it's just that things weren't happening. Like everyone else on the planet, I'm someone that has issues. I can be self-centered, I am avoidant, I can be bad at communicating, and I might value myself over a potential partner. And because of these things, I got to a point where I started to feel like I wasn't worthy of love until I fixed everything that was wrong with me. Because maybe when I was the best version of myself, then that's when I could deserve love, and that's when love would find me. And finally, it would be my turn. But to be honest, if you think about it, if everyone thought this way, then nobody would be in love. Despite all your issues, you and I deserve love. As long as you aim towards change, there's no reason for you to shy away from romance because of fear. And you really shouldn't think that you're the problem. So if you're not the problem, then what is? And why hasn't anyone dated me? If there were no timeline, no goalposts, would you feel the same burden? Would you still feel left behind? There was no aha moment for me. It was more of experiencing everything from a third perspective and finally understanding why it wasn't happening for me. All of my friends had their relationships. Maybe some of them got engaged and some of them got married too. But there's a certain ache that you have to acknowledge when you are in this position. The ache of no one asking you out, the ache of not being picked by your crush, the ache of feeling like you're unlovable. As I watched, I realized the ache is the desire to experience what others have. I personally want to be loved by Chat and Moo. I want to be like the grandparents from Up. I'm sure you have your own reason to feel this ache. So here's the solution. The best piece of advice I can give you from the depths of my observations throughout these 25 years is this. You just have to live. That's it. Because again, realistically, if there were no timeline, if there were no self-imposed goalposts, and if there were nobody telling you that you should be in love, would you feel the same burden? And would you still feel left behind? For me, that answer was no, entirely no. And finally, when I realized that, I felt like I was free. I stopped comparing myself and I stopped aching. It's simple, and you might hate this advice, but it's really true. Things won't always happen to you the way that they happen for other people. I personally believe if love is meant to find you, it will. And until then, you can't really force it to happen. Sometimes we get stuck yearning for an experience that we never had. It's supposed to happen, so we get caught up in what we are missing. But if you're stuck on finding someone to love, you forget to experience the life that you have now. You don't have to experience romantic love to live a fulfilling life. You forget that love isn't always romantic. The most genuine ways that I have felt love have been through my family, through my friends, and through my connections that are not romantic. Maybe all along you are loved and there's nothing wrong with you. You are just probably looking in the wrong direction and directing your energy to things that don't really matter that much. My final piece of advice: look around, be grateful for the people and life you have now, instead of yearning for someone to make out with you.